As you were turning your TV to try and get your Amazon shows running, or you were trying to watch Chat GPT this week, nothing worked. And you went and you adjusted your TV and you made probably a whole bunch of changes to your computer, and you shouldn't have, because it was Cloudflare and they were out again. We're going to talk all about that. Gemini 3, Chat GPT 5.1 are out now. And what's the big deal? Is anything better? We'll ask our learned group and find out. And, you know, talking about price fixing, NVIDIA and Microsoft just are supporting Anthropic to the tune of $45 billion. Like, we're just tossing these numbers out, but they're all getting together and forming a little pack so we can keep everything tight. Anyway, I'm Ron Brown. This is Tech for Senior Live, where we look at all the news of the week. Those are some of the 3 stories we're going to be talking about. So we have a great show for you today. Stick around, grab some coffee, sit back, relax, and we're going to talk about tech news for the next hour. Yeah. And I'll be introducing our gang today in just a moment, but you're probably wondering what's going on. So we're trying something new today. Now, hold on. If you're feeling a bit weird, let me explain what's happening. There's a new feature in YouTube that allows you to actually stream 2 different versions. One of the versions is horizontal, which is what you always have been looking at. The other version is a vertical for your phone. And recently, StreamYard, which is our broadcast software, allows this to all happen as well. So this is a big deal. Now, this is the first, so I thought we'd try it out. Now, what that means is there's 2 feeds for YouTube. In other words, there's 2 different videos being produced, right? So if you're looking at us and it's a vertical feed, you're on the wrong one if you're watching it on a PC. If you're on a phone, it's the correct one. Yeah, the horizontal one is for your PC. And I can't tell, the problem is I can't tell so far which is which, so I can't label them, so I can't give you any advice. So we're going to try it out this week, see what everybody says. If you have any positive or negative comments, then let me know. Like, we don't have to continue on with this, but I thought it would be something interesting to try. We do get some people watching us on mobile devices. This means it's perfectly formatted for mobile. So let me know how this is working out, or if it's driving everybody crazy. All right. Let's move on now. You're probably wondering where we come from. Well, of course, we're a group that comes from our Monday show, which, of course, is on Monday. 294, I think, is our episode this week. And we'll be having another great show this coming Monday. We've got lots of really cool stuff we're going to talk about. Drop by. Of course, it's a Zoom meeting. You can indeed find out about all the details of our Zoom meeting at www.techforsenior.com. Today, I want to introduce, of course, a good friend of mine and the co-host of our Monday show, who's been with us since, well, he's been with us since day one because Huey and I got this going, right? So that's Huey Poplick from Bradenton, Florida. How are you doing, Huey?
I'm doing great. The weather here is Chamber of Commerce great. It's been in the high 60s at night and in the low 80s during the day. Sunny, not a cloud, rain cloud. And I asked one of the chat programs when the next time we're going to get some rain. And they said, at least not until Sunday or Monday. There's none in the forecast at all. 6%, I think, was the greatest chance. So it's just beautiful.
Have you been scouring the Amazon? It's Black Friday. Black Friday week started.
I've been looking for a few things, and they're not on sale yet. I'm hoping they will be. But what's happened to me in the past is the items that I wanted never did hit the Black Friday prices. But I'm hoping. I got a piece that I want to.
Very good. And Mike Lehman from Moncton, New Brunswick. Mike is our music director, our entertainment director for our Monday show. Mike is, I'm going to call him the grandfather of technology because he was putting technology together before technology was invented. Sort of, that's how it goes. So, so not only is he does he do our music and video feed for the week, he also does he talks all about technology as well. So welcome, Mike. And he's from Moncton, New Brunswick, where they've had snow this week.
Yeah, just a little bit. It hasn't stayed. It's nice and sunny right here now, but temperature's right around the freezing mark. I mean, it's typical November weather. We haven't had a whole lot of dirty weather yet, which is good. And I was out for a drive yesterday, and it was a really pleasant day. The sun was shining, and it was nice to get out and see what was happening around town and take a little drive in the countryside. So all is good here.
That is great. Huey, anyone listening to us?
You know what? I haven't looked yet. Let me look.
Maybe we're just talking to ourselves.
Yep, there we go. No.
Jolin, of course, is here. Greetings from the low country of South Carolina. Welcome, Jolin. A chilly 66 degrees and a bit overcast. Well, Jolin's on the water. I think you're, if you correct me, I think you're on the water. Oh, hi. Yeah. So, Jolin, the new StreamYard multi. That's right. So, Jolin, can you do me a favor? How do I know which is vertical and which is horizontal? When you go to choose a feed, choose one of the YouTube. Can you see? Does it label it in any way so you know which is which? So that's my question to you. If you could help us with that, thank you. Jim Talman, beautiful day in Venice, Florida. Stay away. We're full. All right. Remember to click the like and subscribe and share. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Please let us know how to get to the landscape version. The landscape, there's two different YouTube versions. There's two feeds. There's two different. So, you know, it's on our channel, right? And there should be two feeds on the channel. So, and I can see them. They're there. So you just have to go to our channel and choose the other one. But that's going to be a real pain if people are trying to watch it vertically on a TV. So anyway, we'll see if we can sort this out. So help. We are watching the portrait version now. Well, yeah, I can't switch it. It's because you're watching the portrait version. You have to go out and look at a different. It's the different feed. It's a different video. There's two videos. Michael Daniels used the new StreamYard feature yesterday with his show. There you go. Edie Taylor says rainy week in Prescott, Arizona. Albert, cool 60s with rain in southeastern Arizona. Frost warning in higher elevations. Albert says, how to find Ditto. How to find the horizontal view. Yeah, you have to go to our channel, go back to Tech for Senior YouTube channel, and where you saw this feed, there'll be a second one. You've chosen the wrong feed. And they should both, yeah. Mike Saunders, now 5:05 p.m. It's dark outside in Stevenage, UK today. Steve Parker, no, it doesn't label it right. I'll work on that for you, Ron. Right. Sorry, guys. I have landscape, but do not know how I got there. There you go. Well, I don't know. See, I don't see that, but because it wasn't published. See, these aren't published until I start the show. So I'll be able to go back and look at it, but I don't know how it's labeled. I don't know how you can see it and how you can choose. Okay, I see two versions on the channel. There you go. Choose the other version. There you go.
Okay.
Are we all caught up?
Yeah, let's talk news.
Talk news. I guess we should do that, eh? All righty. So the first big news of the week was, of course, the CEO explains exactly what happens on global outage. Now, this is another Cloudflare story. Now, for those of you who don't know, well, I'm sure you probably, because this is not the first time Cloudflare has had an outage. And Cloudflare holds 20% of the world's internet traffic, and they're a security firm. They prevent against DDoS attacks and various attacks. And 20% of the world actually uses Cloudflare, so it's a common. But as you remember, there have been some big outages lately of Cloudflare, which has caused a lot of grief. Now, this occurred yesterday around 6:20 a.m. Eastern Time. Many sites and apps who rely on Cloudflare experience failures, including ChatGPT, Twitter, Zoom, Spotify, and more. Many users encountered error messages such as internal server error or prompts like please unblock challenges Cloudflare.com to proceed. By about 9:42 Eastern Time, Cloudflare announced a fix had been implemented, but it took some time for that to actually work its way through. The root cause, of course, we're all thinking, did they get hacked or whatever? A configuration file that Cloudflare uses to manage threat traffic grew far beyond its expected size. This caused system failure. Cloudflare confirmed the outage was not as a result of a cyber attack or malicious activity. Because Cloudflare handles a wide swath of web traffic, about 20% of the websites globally, the impact was broad, as it was in the past. So a wide variety of websites, apps, services went down or slowed: social media, AI tools, music, productivity, but also a lot of people who use the economy, because a lot of ATMs went down, a lot of services went down. So it's not just people listening to music. The outage highlighted how many parts of the internet depend on a few major infrastructure providers. When most services recovered quickly, Cloudflare noted some customers might still face issues. So bad news for Cloudflare. Now, as a follow-up to this, I know that a number of countries, including Canada, are now looking at developing sort of they have sort of a national technology strategy, and they're looking at other options outside Cloudflare, because it is, I mean, this is like 3 strikes and you're out. I think this is the third in the last year. So it is a big problem, and it has huge economic impact on everyone because, of course, all their businesses go down as well. Do you have any comments, concerns? I mean, it seems like they could be doing
I
better.
think what you said, that Flare is a security company. I believe they're a hosting company. They're like AWS and what's the Microsoft servers? I can't remember what they're called, but I think it's in that category, not as security.
I don't know about that. I think they're preventing DDoS attacks and security issues. Well, anyway, it's a problem. However you look at that, but it seems as though they could do better. That's all I'm saying. Mike, you got any comments?
Not really. I mean, I've had experiences with them having outages before, and Cloudflare is a global cloud services and cybersecurity company that provides a suite of tools to improve security, performance, and reliability.
Right. And the big factor is the DDoS attacks, which are big worldwide, and they prevent that. So most services have to go through one service like Cloudflare to prevent those types of attacks.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So anyway, it's the important message though is, if you see something like this happen again, don't adjust your TV. Don't go and change computer settings. Don't go and reboot your computer, delete files, and make changes, because it's not your fault, right? Okay.
It's like back in the days of Novell, when you had a problem, the best thing you could do is keep your hands off the console and wait a few minutes and see what happens.
See, it usually fixed itself.
Yeah.
All right. The next one was this week, of course, we had, of course, Gemini 3 came out. So those of you who've been using Gemini 3 and ChatGPT 5.1, I was wondering how you felt about it and if you noticed any difference. Now, areas where Gemini 3 excels, Gemini 3 reportedly outperforms ChatGPT 5.1 on many AI intellectual benchmarks. It introduces generative layouts, enhanced agentic capabilities, for example, the ability to leverage your emails, calendar, and browse the web to perform multi-step tasks, tight integration with Google's ecosystem. ChatGPT 5.1 offers better modeling routing, a system behind the scenes that chooses the appropriate model for your size. Gemini 3's fast mode at launch still uses an older model. For most everyday conversational tasks, non-specialist queries, the reviewer found the difference in output between the two is modest. Some of the advanced features of Gemini, agentic task generative layouts, are behind a pricey subscription tier for $200 a month. So I guess the question is, a lot of this we probably don't see. So Huey, you do a lot of AI, you use all these products. Have you noticed any difference? What's your take on this?
Oh, and what you just read kind of substantiates what I said earlier when we were talking before the show, is it really doesn't affect what we do. It's mostly high-end people who are using agents or agentic, right. and we aren't doing any of that at this point. Okay. So it improves things. It'll be probably so minute in what we use, it won't be noticeable.
Mike, any thoughts?
Well, I've become sort of set in my ways here a little bit, in that I've decided I can't learn all the AI systems. So I've decided that I'm going to pick one or two and use those. So I use Gemini as my main go-to AI tool. As a backup, I may go to ChatGPT or Copilot, but I mean, primarily I'm using Gemini because I'm finding they're adding so many new things all the time anyways. Like, sure, the others are too, but I mean, I can't learn them all. I mean, I want to specialize, and if I'm going to become good on one, I've got to pick one and work at it. So do I notice a big difference? Nah. But now I've noticed like the interface has changed a little bit on Gemini this week and the things that have happened. But I mean, as far as the quality of my responses, that's getting better. So it's a plus. I mean, you have to pick one, I think, and sort of go with it.
Okay. Good.
And Gemini, we're gonna talk about what just happened today in the last 2 hours.
That's right.
Is also going to make a difference.
We're on top of it, eh, Huey?
We definitely
released an hour ago, and we're going to talk about it right. So yeah, we're going to do that. All right. Then the last one, just a quickie on this. Now I just couldn't help but think, is there such a thing as price fixing or something? There's too many people in bed with too much money here. Look at this. NVIDIA and Microsoft back Anthropic in a $45 billion bid for AI scale. The three companies are linking chips. They're linking chips, data centers, and frontier models to own the next phase of the AI build-outs.
Yeah, they're all investing in each other, and
OpenAI
is Microsoft has a part of them, and I think there's a couple. I think even NVIDIA has a part of them now, and it's just they're all in bed with each other.
They're all in bed with each. Okay, Mike, any thoughts on that, or you're?
No, I mean, it's just. It's one of those things they get into bed with each other, and it just sort of goes from there, and you never know who to blame when it's all done, because they're all going to point at each other. But it's there was some interesting news sort of in the same vein in the stock market today. NVIDIA is moving from one market I think they're moving from the Dow Jones to the NASDAQ exchange, and it's going to make a big difference in that in stock index because of the value of NVIDIA. So it's it's all a money game.
Yeah. All right, Huey, comments. Any new?
Let's see. Think we'll
get the news. Betty, hello, Betty from Florida. Welcome. Jolin, you will be getting 2 chat streams. One, each one is a different chat. Okay. Good morning from sunny Victoria, Murray Strom. Welcome, Murray. Cloudflare is an American company that provides a range of internet services. Yes, we read that. Yep. So, Mike Saunders, I got much longer answers on Gemini 3.0. Okay. Previously Flash 2.5. I think I read that one company called something like Gen now owns virtually all of the security companies like Norton, Avast, etc. Consolidation. Is that it? We're caught up?
Yep.
Excellent. All right. Let's get on with the we'll get on with the news. Let's get up here. There we go.
You'll notice that this one's from me 29 minutes ago and 14 minutes ago. I beat Ron, but he's on top because he was the last one to be on there.
So the news, do you want me to
how much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? The thing about it is all those letters are correct and the words are correct. And what does that mean, or why is that important?
Well, it means that, of course, Google just released Nano Banana Pro, and they was just an hour ago. So when Huey and this came out on TechCrunch, and it came out as an email, and I was on it right away saying we got to report this. The news just came out an hour ago, and in fact, if I go over and I looked at on my Gemini, it says it's right here. I've got it right away. Visualize anything like Nano Banana Pro. Try it now, and it's right there. So if you go over to your Gemini, you'll have the new version. And as Huey says, when we make a lot of images up on AI, and I mean, the problem we always have is that it doesn't get the spelling correct. Better, but that's pretty, that's pretty good spelling, and it got it all right.
Yeah, the big thing too with this just broke as you said just about an hour before we came online, and I watched two videos already on it. Uh, Matt Wolf and the other video, I can't remember who it was by. Both of them had advanced copies, so they were ready to go with a video right away. And so I was watching them, and it's a big improvement. So it's going to be fun playing with it. I haven't started yet. I think you did one thing this morning.
Yeah, I took a picture of myself and said, improve it. Now, I don't know. Maybe it's reality check. You can't improve it, but it didn't look as good as the original one. Maybe it's just that being honest with me. Maybe that's really how I look. I don't know. But anyway, it looked a little too realistic.
Rather than doing that, you should say make a cartoon version of me or a pencil copy, and then you won't feel so bad.
That's right. All right, let's move on.
There's mine. Yeah. Okay. MSNBC's website is now MS Now. They broke up. NBC kind of got rid of them, and they're on their own now. And so they changed it to MS Now. And I don't know if you remember, but the MS, you know what that stands for, don't you? Microsoft. Originally, it was Microsoft and NBC got together to put this network together, but Microsoft hasn't had anything to do with them for a long time now. But they kept the MS. I don't know why. That surprised me. And Intuit is integrating its tax and accounting products with ChatGPT. So we're all saying don't put any of your tax information into AI, and here's the big tax preparer going ahead and doing it themselves.
I don't know. I don't know the answer. I don't know what to say.
I don't either. And I, a lot of people are going to worry about that. I think
so. Really, holy mackerel. I don't know. I don't know the answer to it. I just don't.
They may have a way of preventing it from getting out there, but I still.
But your tax forms, you on your tax services, you've got all your important, social insurance number, your social security number, everything is there, and you're going to have ChatGPT know all that. I don't know.
And then Elon Musk is going to get in again and steal all the stuff from the government. So.
Well, he's already got it, so.
Yeah.
I thought this was interesting. Waymo is coming to 5 more cities, and 2 of those cities are here in Florida, and that's Miami and Orlando.
Oh.
I may have to get somebody to take me to one of those 2 cities, and just so I can try it. However, in the beginning, they aren't going to have any passengers. In Miami and Orlando, they're going to learn. They're going to learn how to the traffic situations and everything in those 2 communities before they put any people in there to sue them because they had problems.
Okay,
but more and more. I don't know if anybody in our audience could put something in the chat if they've ever taken a Waymo. I would like to know that. And Amazon adds AI generated video recaps to select Prime Video shows. So if you have a Prime account and you watch some movies, you're going to get some AI generated video recaps for some shows. So that'll be interesting how they're going to do that.
Huey, another thing that just to let everyone know, if you if you're like me and you sit down on Saturday night and you haven't seen Mike Lehman's news article and you haven't watched the show, you don't know what the best movie to watch is. But Mike has already told you that. But let's say you don't know that and you want to sort of say, well, what should I watch tonight? And you put in sort of what you're feeling about. ChatGPT will search and tell you Prime and Netflix and search all those videos for you and give you ratings and all that sort of stuff. So it's a very handy thing to just let everyone know that's another thing you can do.
Okay. And Google Maps will use AI to predict if electric vehicle chargers will be available on arrival where you're going. So Google Maps just got a software update with some new features, and they include a tool that shows where there's chargers. I thought they had something like that out there, but
well, they do, and they can tell you if they're being...
to analyze historical and real-time charger availability to predict how many.
So if you look at Google Maps, it'll tell you how many chargers are available and how many chargers are being used.
Oh.
But this is going to predict when the chargers will be available.
So if you're going to that charging station, it'll say they're busy right now, but you're going to be 20 minutes before you get there, and 2 of them will become empty in that time.
Correct. That's right.
That's neat.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
Mike, this is your, whoops, what'd I just do? Hang on here. I got the wrong thing here.
Well, today is Windows' birthday. 40 years ago today, Windows 1.0 was released. So here's an article from Tom's Guide that gives you the 20 best and worst moments in Windows history. Guess what? One of the worst ones was Windows Vista.
Yep. Oh, I remember all of them. I wasn't involved with Windows 1.0, but I did help. One of my bosses had it on his computer, and so I did experience it before it became popular and people started using it.
Yeah.
I at least knew
I don't
what
go
Windows
quite back
was.
that far, but I did actually work on some machines that had MS-DOS 2.01. That's about as far back as I can go. And the first web server that I ran was on Windows 3.1, if you can imagine that. Trust me, it was not very stable.
So I guess the thing I'd like to comment about this is I listen to people complaining now about Windows 10 or Windows 11 and some problems they have had. But it is nothing. Like, it is nothing compared to all the heartache that we had when we would start using Windows, and this was a new operating system, particularly if you had a business to run and you were running and you were a new early adopter, and you would install a new version of Windows and it wouldn't work, and it would crash the system, and it would
you have to remember that originally Windows was not an operating system. It was an operating environment. It was a GUI that lived on top of DOS.
Right.
So it's really on the Windows 95 on that it sort of really truly became an operating system.
Yeah. Anyway, interesting. But I have no trouble with it now. I mean, it's just really works quite well.
The last Pixel Watch 4 is finally the Android smartwatch to beat. And, it looked almost interesting. Looking at this article, I might consider a Pixel 4 watch since, you've got one. If there are some big sales on them that I can get it and add it to my account, I might consider it. It looks like there's a lot of good things in it, and it might be better than the Samsung watch that I had that I didn't like. Ron, this is you.
Just, of course, we are now in official Black Friday week. This is just an article came out this morning. This is a refurbished machine from Apple, a $2,000 MacBook Pro refurbished, and they're selling it for $440. So I just brought this up because this is on the Apple site. So I just brought this up as hey, we're into Black Friday stuff now, folks. it's lots of great deals coming. So let's go for it if you're interested.
The MacBook Pro, is that one of the ones that has one of the M chips in it, or is that still
Yes,
EA?
yeah. Well, it depends on the model. I don't know which model this is. I don't. You'd have to read the article. I'm not sure if it's the M1, M2, or M3 chip in there, but it would be. You'd have to have a look at that. This is something that, of course, all my TVs are Roku TVs except for one, and I've never ever looked at a free Amazon channel or a free Roku channel. Have you guys? I mean, there are over 100 plus free live channels on Roku TV. So I thought I would just bring this up to let everybody know, if you do have a Roku TV, the operating system is Roku, then there's a whole other world out there that's all free. So, I tend to only do Amazon and Netflix. I've never looked at any of those channels, but they're there.
Well, if you've got an Amazon TV, it also has a whole bunch of free channels, and as does all of the other ones that are out there as well. On both of my TVs, one's a Roku and one's a Fire TV. I do watch. I was watching some old Law and Orders yesterday using Xumo, XUMO, which is a free channel. So there's lots of. And when I say free channel, it has all kinds of channels in it. It's a free service.
But I just want to let people know that if you have a Roku device or a Roku TV, have a look. There's probably maybe some stuff there that's of value for you. The next one was this is this is Christmas present time. Amazon's new Kindle Paperweight is on sale for like $127. Unbelievable price. Pick those up for Christmas gifts. That's on sale now on Amazon as Black Friday pricing. This is Microsoft. So this is Microsoft is just let me just bring up the article. Microsoft's new recovery tools rebuild Windows when it glitches. Here's how. Microsoft, so the key of this article was point-in-time restore brings Windows back to previous state. Cloud rebuild reinstalls Windows from the cloud, and both make the accessibility through Windows Intune in early 2026. So basically, what's going to happen in 2026 with which is just, I mean, we only got one more month till 2026. There's going to be an update, and this is going to be an auto fix sort of thing, where it's going to rebuild your system and get you back up and running if you ever get the blue screen of death or whatever. It's going to happen to you. It's going to fix it for you. And it's not just a restore point that you go back to. It actually is going to solve the problems and fix it. So they say.
So they say.
So they say. Yes, there's a 0-day exploit, which means it's out there, and it's a Google warns this is a Chrome bug. I got my Chrome browser on my PC updated yesterday automatically. It should automatically do that. You should see a little restart at the top of your look there now and hit restart, and it'll restart your Chrome browser. My Chromebook had an update last night as well, and that updated the browser. So it's fixed. You just have to make sure that you click the button and get the update. Otherwise, you're vulnerable. And you already posted that one, Huey. Yep. Now, the big news of the week. This is the big one. This is, folks, you are going to be, just roll it down a bit. No, put it down just a little bit more. No, down. There you go. Now, folks, this is the big news. This is worthy of a huge discussion today. Just lower it down. I want the image there. I want to see the image.
Oh, okay.
You guys see the big announcement, folks, is Google is changing. Google Photos is changing their logo.
Icon.
So now you're going to say, just a minute now, this looks just like the old logo. No, it doesn't. If you look very carefully in the very center, you'll see there's a little bit of a fade there. And that means it's transitioning from one to sort of the other colors. And this is their new logo for their AI and Google Photos. Folks, I know you've been waiting for this for a very long time. This was a tremendously important news article. It came out this morning and had two
I'll
or
be able
three.
to sleep tonight.
Yeah, so now you know that this is the new Google Photos emblem for you. This is cool. This is should be out now. Google Messaging is rolling out Remix with Nano Banana in Google Messages. So if you're getting a message in and it's got a picture attached to it, and you want to remix it and change it or have Nano Banana alter it, you can do that, and then you can forward it on. So that is coming to Google Messages.
Come to the point where we're not going to have any clue whether that's a real photo or not.
Oh, I know. No, it's really, really, really going to be crazy, eh? This is new, and this is the Google Home app, which of course you may have it on your Google TV or you may have it on your phone, is getting material makeover with different device controlling and local matter controls. So you're going to see a big change. There's, I think it's going to happen right away. And this is with your Google Home app on your phone or your TV. So you watch for that. If you go and you're using Google Home app, you may click the button. Oop, looks a lot different now. Well, it's good to change. I want to have a read the article. They'll tell you all about it. And folks, another great breakthrough from Google TV. This is, I'm sure this is something that you will all be so excited about. This is Google TV's remote now is going to have solar powered remote. Isn't that something everybody wanted? A solar,
you have to go outside to charge your remote.
A solar powered remote. I'd have to change the batteries in my remote every 3 years. Is really a solar powered remote kind of. So anyway, I thought, oh my gosh. Well, anyway, for all those who've been waiting for
The
that,
price of the remote went from $12 to $36.
You gotta be kidding. What the heck was the solar remote? Anyway. This was an article. AirPod 4s are on sale for a record low price. Again, Black Friday deals. If Christmas presents, remember that. Lots of good things. This was a very interesting article. I enjoyed reading it. Just if you have an older PC and you're wondering if it's getting too old for gaming, go back and have a look at some of these chips in there. There's 5 that they talk about, and they're will tell you how old they are and why they should be replaced and how they're performing. So I thought it was sort of interesting. I've owned a few of those chips, so I think we talked about that power chips actually. Yeah, that's going to be really cool.
I put this in. Somebody had reposted this article on the right for the Texas Roadhouse, and you would get, all you had to do was put an @ sign and some word, some verbiage, and you'll be able to get a free dinner for 2 steak dinner. So 2 steak dinners. And I said, you know what? I remember some. So I went searching. Longhorn. Somebody had done something like that with Longhorn a couple of years ago, and I kind of found that one, and it was also the same gimmick. It's a hoax, folks. Don't fill out the form in the bottom. What they're going to get out of it, I don't know, except maybe they'll get a list of your names
and personal information, because it'll probably have your email and your phone number, right?
No, it would only pick up your your Facebook name.
Hmm.
But
but then
they
can
can they
mine
can
that
send
for-
they can send messages to you, and they can follow you and see get who are your friends and all this, that sort of thing.
I guess if it's too good to be true, don't do it.
Yep. You're not going to get a 2 steak dinners at any
There is no
steakhouse.
free lunch.
Or dinner. Because Texas Roadhouse isn't open for lunch in my area.
Uh,
Let's see. Windows 11 to add AI agent that runs in the background with access to personal folders, and it warns of a security risk. So we'll have to watch and see. Again, AI agent. We're gonna. That was one of the terms I said at the end of the year last year. We're going to hear a lot more about AI agents. We're starting to hear more and more about them now, but most of us aren't using them yet. And this said, say goodbye to traditional OCR or optical character recognition. Meet the future of AI memory systems. DeepSeek OCR. It sounded interesting in the article, so I went to the site, and you had to sign up for a wait list. So I can't tell you what it's about yet until I get to play with it. But it's I'm on the wait list. And let's see, the best. Oh yeah, the best cross-platform apps for seamless workflow. These are programs that you can run on Windows, your phone, your tablet, whether it be an iPad or a Google tablet, and there's starting to be more and more cross-platform apps that you can run on all of them, and the information will sync. And so this article tells you what some of them are. And this article was Stop Buying Apps. These 8 are free open source Android apps that'll change your phone. Already?
we are only got 15 minutes left. We are now at the time that we need to go over the final comments here.
Okay, let's do that. I am going to take that off of there, and let's see what we got here. I got to figure out where we left off. I know we did that one. Okay. I think we're here.
I've taken an Uber locally with no Waymos in our area.
Yeah, well, Uber has a person driving. Waymo doesn't.
Right. Mike Saunders, messages are overwriting the screen in the vertical feed on my phone. Okay, I'll have to look into that. So, Mike, can you let me know now? Send me a note. Do you like the vertical format? I imagine in the past you were listening on your phone on the horizontal format. Do you think this is worth it? What's your comments on that? Do you like that? I'm not sure. We'll have to look at the messages issue on that. But anyway, tell me what you think on that. Jolin said, "Oh my yes, Vista was the pits." Mike Saunders, yes, it shows the top of the screen automatically. Not sure how to stop that. Huey, talk to Michael Daniels about the Pixel Watch 4. He appears to be enjoying it.
And that's what you have too, right?
I do, and Mike Ungerman has one as well. So Mike and I. Yes, Ron, I have a Roku and not the TV, and love the free channels available. Okay, well, good. Yeah, there's certainly a lot of them there. Steve says, still considering the Apple Watch. Well, if you have an iPhone, my advice is get the Apple Watch. There's many. I'm going to be doing a video coming out again. I've got lots of videos about the medical effects of these, or medical applications on these, but I will tell you that the Apple Watch is the most advanced for cardiac sensors on there compared to the Pixel, and I'm going to be going into all that in a video I've got coming out. But for sure, I would, if you have an iPhone, get the Apple Watch.
I'm not sure what this is referring to.
Yeah, I don't know that. Murray says, I prefer horizontal view on the iPhone for watching this show or other videos. Okay, well, that's interesting. We'll talk Monday about that. I just don't know if it's worth continuing with. Or it's just too confusing for people. There's got to be an advantage in doing it. I don't know. So I'm anxiously waiting some feedback. So it's cool. And I mean, YouTube obviously went to a lot of trouble to make this all possible, and StreamYard developed it all so that we can do this. So anyway, we'll see where we go. It's all interesting stuff. There you go. Oh,
Hey,
trifold. Holy man.
A
That's
trifold from Samsung. It's going to be announced in December. And when trifold, that's going to open up to a nice big tablet size. It's going to be around $3,000.
oh my.
And look how thick it's going to be. But it should be interesting. You know, they come out, they are expensive, and then they start selling them. If they sell a lot of them, then the price comes down. So. And Ron,
we talked about this. We talked about that.
Yeah. We talked about this. No, we didn't. Ron, it's you.
NVIDIA's record $57 billion revenue and upbeat forecast quiets the AI bubble talk. So there's been a lot of talk this week about the bubble breaking on AI, but NVIDIA sort of said, no, I think they just their revenue is 57 billion. So anyway, let's keep on with it. Again, I would check with, if you are in the looking at any Apple products or Google products, not only check Amazon, but check the Apple Store and check the Google Store, because they're all got big sales on. Microsoft is making a major change to BitLocker encryption with new PCs in 2026, and that is what you need to know. We've talked about encryption a lot. We actually did a bunch of videos this year on BitLocker's encryption. I guess if I don't use it, if you do want to use it, then it's an option. You can turn it on or turn it off. I don't think we need to go into the whole issue about BitLocker, but it is changing. So there is a big change occurring. So if you are using it, you may want to read this article and have a look. Now, for those of you who have a Pixel phone that is an older phone, maybe you've got a Pixel 6 or a Pixel 7, Google has just, with the latest November release, released a health and support dashboard that you can use, and this article describes that, and it's for the older Pixels that didn't have anything like this. So this is a cool feature that you probably should have by now if you've done the November drop, and the details are in the article. This is, if anyone uses Google Calendar, this is a new feature that's being released. I've got it, and I looked at this the other day. The problem with Google Calendar always was, in the past, if you wanted some me time and time by yourself or time away time, there was no way to do it. You had to schedule an appointment and say, I'll schedule an appointment and call it my meeting or my time or something, and it was an actual appointment. You can now actually block that time off without faking a meeting. So they've made a change to Google Calendar. So I'm going to use it. I think it's a good feature, and and I have it now, so it is available. And if you want, the details are in the article. Just again, Apple's got a bunch of crazy Black Friday deals going on. Go for it. This is about Cloudflare. This is
we talked about, yeah.
Discuss that. And that's the article comparing the Gemini 3 to Gemini 5.1. And that's we talked about
The
that.
other article we talked about early, yeah.
And that's just another Cloudflare article. Then Meta won the big the case over its Instagram and WhatsApp buys. So this was a big issue this week in the news. Actually, I probably should have chosen that as one of the 3 articles to talk about, because this is a big win for Meta, because they were being prosecuted for what do you call it? Competition. Monopoly by purchasing Instagram and WhatsApp. And the judge said, nope, the deals did not choke competition or justify a breakup. So they won the case. So the Department of Justice.
Wasn't it that they just got them? They've had them. That was they were trying to break them up and take them away from them. And they won.
Yeah, they won. This was interesting. You got to be careful now. A PC hobbyist charged $684 in tariffs on a 355 shipment of parts. So be careful, as in the wild world of tariffs, be careful what you're buying, because it could certainly change things a lot in a very temporary manner. So be careful with that. And this was, we went over that.
Yeah.
This is now, I use Notebook LM all the time. In fact, I've done 2 videos about how to use Notebook LM. They added a new feature in Notebook LM, which allows you to select the topics in the video that you want made. So before, when you chose the interest that you had, it got the sources, and then the sources created the article. It just made the video on that article. Now there's a little pen, which is the edit pen, and you click that, and you can actually tell the tone you want. Maybe say, I want this in an instructional tone. And then you can say, well, I really am interested in the best 5 features of this product, right? So then it's going to, rather than talk about all the differences of the product, they're going to home in on those 5 features. So you're able to customize it a little bit more. So it's a huge feature. I've been using it all week. I couldn't live without Notebook LM. I'm all in with this. So it's a great product.
Gemini Flows. The Google Workspace Gemini Flows makes creating AI agents easy using a single prompt. And I'm trying to learn a little bit about agents and so on, but we're going to start seeing more and more tools that are going to create them for us. And so we're not going to have to figure out how to use and how to put together agents. And think of agents as for those who've been around a long time, like a batch file. It goes to one type. Let's say it would go to Gemini, and then it might go to some kind of an image editor, and then go to something else, and it does it in steps. And so it goes from one to the other. So it's a whole series of things that it does. And that's basically what an agent is. And we're going to see more and more of that, but we're going to see more and more of it being automated for us.
Oh, Huey, let me give, I just give people a tip. The 3 image, I use a lot of different image generators, but I just want to give everyone a little tip. One of the problems is when you're making videos up or you're doing presentations and you have a bunch of images to be made, you'll find that you're waiting. You have Chat GPT make an image and then you're waiting, and it takes a long time, particularly if you've got a bunch of images. For Sora, not the Sora 3, but just for Sora, you can generate images, but you stack them up. You can just have it say, make this image, boom, and it sets it in queues, set a second image, third image, fourth image. So you can set them all up and run, and Sora will just do them all in the background. So Sora, Sora, we've talked about that a lot on the show. Just a tip for you.
ChatGPT 5.1 Codex slashes tokens by up to 80%. Stop hitting usage limits. The reason I put this in here is the Codex slashes tokens. Tokens are what these companies are paying to utilize AI. And so the big thing about this is they're finding more and more ways that they can get results of different AI by not using as much power, and so therefore it's going to be cheaper to get things. So possibly some of these services might come down in prices, but also they're not going to have to spend as much money for the power as they previously had to do. But we're using it more, so they have to still build those plants. Oh, hint, hint, hint. Uber's send a ride feature makes it easier to pay someone else's fare. Uber's send a ride feature makes it easier to pay someone else's fare. It's adding a new feature that lets you buy rides for other people, and it's expanding its ride share. So if you want to gift somebody, hint, hint, you can get them an Uber share a ride, send a ride instead of an Amazon card, maybe sometimes.
Time to wrap it up.
Yes.
Aren't we having fun? Aren't we having fun?
Yes. Yeah. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take this out, but we've got two comments that I think we should.
Jolin says, BitLocker saved my behind at the Hilton Head Computer Club. One of the Win 11 updates bricked one of the systems at our resource center. I was able to recover all with the BitLocker key. Cool. I purchased a replacement Wii stand from Scotland, $50 for the scan and another $50 for shipping. Yeah, I know. It's you have to be careful. Most of the stuff I order on Amazon, but I wanted a cable yesterday. I was looking around and I was trying to hook something up, and I can't remember what I did with the cable. So it was $10 on Amazon, and I thought I'll just order another cable. And when I went to check out, it was $50. And I thought, what? And it was $45 delivery charge because it wasn't an Amazon Prime feature. So no, I don't think so. Anyway, so you have to be a bit careful with that. All right, listen, if you could, I know there's a lot of you who know me, and you're on a Monday show. If in the next week, if you give me some feedback about this vertical versus horizontal, do you think it's worth doing? What's your feelings about it? If I don't have any positive comments, I'm the sort of guy that there's got to be a reason for doing it, and if we don't have any of our group that's interested in this or feels it's a good thing, we can just revert back and just use the same thing we've been doing for 6 years. That's okay too. So I thought it would be fun to try and just see if there's any positive comments about it. So let me know either on the Monday show. I'll see a lot of you on Monday, or drop me a note or put something in the meeting notes, and we'll have a look at that. Huey, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you.
Yeah, and as a reminder, tomorrow is my Let's Talk AI, and if you're not on my list, drop me a note. I haven't sent out a newsletter yet. I'm going to put that together tonight. I finally figured out what I want to do for tomorrow. So, I would love to have anybody who's interested in AI. to join us tomorrow.
Great. And Mike, thanks for being here today. We look forward to your selection on Monday for the movie, because I
We
told
got a
you
really good movie for next week.
Saturday night is our movie night at the Browns, and you're our guy for choosing the movie. So you better get a good one, or my wife's going to be mad at you.
All I got Melissa McCarthy. That's all I'll say.
All right. Okay.
And she is so funny.
Yeah. All right. Okay. We'll see everybody soon. Bye now.
Bye, all.